Alright, fellows and fellettes, this is my motorcycle that I told you I wanted to get back running. So,
if you would like to see what I used to ride with pride, and I hope that I can get it back to that shape, because this was a beautiful bike at one time. Stick around. This is the OEM Garage. Thank you for showing up.
looking, y'all. Alright fellers, I got this part in and I don't want to make it a whole show, so I'm just gonna, I don't know where I'm gonna put it in the show, but I'm going to put it Summers. So here's that little block right here. See it? Okay, that's brand new, $32 it ended up being. And that does include shipping. Alright, so what I gotta do is I gotta put a washer on the back side and a washer on the front side, so it will work properly. Now this washer in the back's a little large. Hopefully it's large, but we'll see. If it does not leak, then I'll be in good shape. If it does leak, well, not so much. Alright, so let's get this bad boy in. Where's my tool? There's one of them. Of course it's wrong. Why did I put it on there the right way the first time? Yeah, I see a little airspace right there. There's a little airspace right there, so that means it's probably going to leak. This one is fine. That one not so much. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and... So I'm going to have to get another washer. Man, I tell you what, I just can't get away from these stupid brakes. I can't get a brake! I can't get a brake from these brakes. I don't know why. I've been a good feller. So anyway, I'm gonna have to pull this off. This can stay, but I'm gonna have to end up pulling all this back off again, because I see airspace, and that means the same thing on that side. So I've got to buy 5 that come in the pack just to get one the right size. So what do you do, right? And I will not make a movie of it. Always say. Yep, a little bitty airspace right there. Always something. What did we say it was? Wilsonism. And there it is. Up close and personal. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be pulling off. It's been a while since I've actually looked up under here. We're in tight quarters, so there's a good chance you won't get everything, but I'm going to try. See if I can't get stuff unwrapped. And mosquitoes are going wild right now. The reason I had this seat off, well, for one thing, I needed a battery, and secondly, I sold the, well, it had one of those big old seats you could blow up. which was for large people, and I am a large man, but I am not. I don't weigh 500 pounds, 400 pounds, or even 300. And it's actually made for people like that. And so I took it off and I sold it on Facebook. So, whew, I know you can't see in here. I've got stuff taken off, you know. Those are the front skirts. And also I've got one of the bags taken off. But yeah, I see. I want to look at this. I'm gonna have to get. I want to go back and start again because I want you to see this, and you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna. You're not gonna get the full effect if I don't have a helmet cam on. So I'm gonna go do that. Alright fellas, as you can see, this looks pretty bad. Alright, there's some washers right there I don't want to lose. Alright, nope, we don't want to do that. Here, we don't want to lose any of this stuff. I'm going to set that right there for now. Yeah, this looks really bad. It has sat here for almost 2 years. Neglected, but I'm gonna get it pretty back up and get her fired up hopefully, and I'm gonna get her on Facebook too. Facebook Market, whatever. Some of you know that I rode out to Key West with a friend of mine, but I did not ride this bike. I had a Suzuki Boulevard at that time, but I had a deer that decided he wanted to run in front of me one day on that motorcycle and put me in the hospital in bad shape. So I don't have that bike any longer, but I did buy this one. Okay. Alright, so there's the red, the black. I'm assuming that both of those also go here. Okay. Wow, look at that. See where the cat's been on it, even up under the. Alright, well, alright, let's see if we can, Good. I wasn't using that, so I'm glad it fell down and out of reach, you know. Okay, right now is when you should be saying, Wilsonism, Wilsonism. Let's do a Slurpee. Let me get over here into the camera. Let's do a Slurpee. Triple Slurpee! Yay! Nice. Thing will catch on fire with all the dirt and spider webs on it. Alright, all I can hope is that there's been no rats in it. I know people sometimes let rats and stuff get in them. I've got 2 cats that live outside in this garage, so I don't think rats are going to be a problem. I hope. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's get the battery. The battery. Okay, that would be right. The negative is on that side. Let's pull this around this way. There you go. Let it come this way a little bit. Probably not. Nope. Alright, so let's see about getting this one on first. I guess I'll do it. That matter? Alright, let me get the screwdriver out of my dependable screwdriver box, which would be here. Have you ever noticed that when you go get the screwdriver that you need, like for right now I need a Phillips head. Now, how many Phillips heads do you see so far? That's right. Not a single one. Look, I mean, not even one. So that means I get to, look at that. I get to go all the way back to the studio, which is on the other side of my property, and get a screwdriver. Cut the cameras off. I'll just bring my screwdrivers.
Oh, this is so good. So good. Like I said, it's also good.
Alright, so I think we're running now. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'm back. Aren't you happy? Okay, let's take this one out. Okay, now we got this one and these 2. That doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad. Okay, and this one here, and those 2. Alright, so let's pull these down. Let's take this out. Okay, and there's a screw down in there, so a bolt, nut, whatever. Down in there, so of course I can misalign it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put one up and one down like that, and then I'm going to stick it through here with one up and one down. Okay, push it back out and drop it. No, don't do that. That would not be good. Okay, and there's the down one. Now we get to... Okay. Oops, I heard something come on. Okay. I will not try to fire it off yet. I have a long way to go, but I do want to turn it on and see if it lights up okay. Alright, so let me go and get my key. Okay, we got bugs. There's my key. What? What do you want? No, I'm not going to play with you right now. Okay, I've got other things going on. You're not the only thing. Sorry. Cat misses her dog. Alright, let's see what happens when I do this. Okay. I do not hear my radio. Every other thing seems to be working, however. Hmm, 40,000 miles. Okay. Shortwave. Okay. WHHY 102. Ignition works, everything. Okay. Seems to be working. Like I said, I'm not going to try to... Alright. Not going to try to start it yet. I want to make sure we got clean gas and all that kind of stuff. But, alright, I got my battery in. Good enough. Wow. What do you do? Okay. Well, alright, fellers and fellettes. We're going to give it a shot. I've taken a cloth to it and cleaned it up a little bit. And, well, I don't know what else to say. Checked some stuff on it, and everything seems to be good, the levels and all. So, this is going to be the first time that this motorcycle has run in somewhere between 1.5 to 2 years. So, we're going to give it a shot and see if she'll fire off. I'm hoping she does. I'm going to set this camera down. I've got 4 cameras going, so I'm hoping that we're going to be able to hear it fire off. So here we go. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to give her a couple of little pumps here. Holy cow! Wow. And it's idling. My goodness, I just dropped one of my cameras. Alright. So, let me turn it back. Wow. This is so cool. Is my camera upside down? Yep. That's even cooler when it ain't upside down. Look, the lights are on and everything. Wow. Wow. Praise the Lord. Well, I'm liking what I'm hearing. Woo! I guess the next thing would be to do, this is going to be the end of this one, but the next thing I'm going to do is push it out. I know the sun is out and all, but there's a storm coming, and it's fixing to rain, so I'm going to end this one right here, and all I got to do is push it out and give it a good clean up. Yes, it is for sale. I'll try to give you some details about that. All right. Cool. I'm loving this. Wow. That is so cool. Wow. This is cool. All right. My little wife is going to be so happy because she'll have a place to park her car, maybe even. I don't know. I may pull my old truck up in here and work on it, but we'll see. Hey, I'll be back with you guys in a minute. This is awesome. Thank you, Lord. Well, fellers and fellettes, I've enjoyed this one because I actually had some success. I got to get that motorcycle out of there and put back together and cleaned up, however. This is the next day, by the way. I told you it was going to rain. Yes, I've got the same clothes on. I just got out of church, so these clothes were ready, available. I smelt them, Tammy. They didn't stink, Tammy, so I put them back on. Besides, I like this shirt. Still clean. Anyway, so yes, that motorcycle is for sale. I'm going to put some stuff, just let you know, it's got Vance Hines. The pipes have been changed to Vance Hines. It's got custom grips, triple glove boxes right up there above the windshield. It's got custom pegs. It's got a drink holder, intercom system, which I'm going to let go. It's got the intercom systems on the helmets. 2 helmets with the intercom systems on, custom helmets, and they're going to go with the bike. It's got a palm throttle. It's got a driver's seat back support pad. Man, I love that. Of course, it's got CB and FM antennas and all the stuff that comes on an Ultra Classic Harley Davidson. So, well, there you go. Got something I want to read you. A couple things, actually. Like I said, I just got out of church, so preacher, our stand-in preacher, his name is Billy Harris. Wonderful man. He spent all the last couple of weeks over in Africa shooting stuff. But he's a hoot. But anyway, one of the things that he brought to mind, the way that we pray. For one thing, I don't care how old you are. By the way, I noticed that most of the people that are watching this show are over 60. And that's okay. I'm over 60. But you should pray, if you're a Christian, for God to keep putting stuff in your path. Okay? I'm going to read a couple things here. Cast thy burdens on the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer thee righteous to be moved. That's Psalm 55:22. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. That's 1 Corinthians 14:33. Now listen to this one. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. Okay? And this one, that was Proverbs 29:25. And this one, but the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil? You know, when we get up to our age, we wonder, you know, have I lived a decent life? Have I been the witness that I need to be? And one of the things that Billy said this morning really touched me, because I'm always praying, God, send something in my path so that I can serve you better. And this morning he said, how do you know that God is pleased with you? How do you know that you've been a good and faithful servant? It's because he gives you more things to do, because he trusts you with them. I was sitting there in Sunday school class, and I got a message. Can you play the guitar for us today in our service? I love doing that. As you know, I retired from the praise team. I love it when they call and ask me to fill in for somebody that couldn't make it. And I'm going, wow. God is constantly throwing things in my path so that I can constantly serve Him. Make sure that you are doing the same. Make sure that you say, Lord, if I pray that I am serving you well, and I pray that you will send things in my path so that I can continue to serve you honestly and well. That's what we need to do. That's our prayer. And I want you to do something good for God this week to let Him know that you love Him back. All right? All right. Hey, guys. I'm going to let this go. Yesterday, it did. Right after I got through recording the last stuff, man, the bottom dropped out. And that sun that I showed y'all, yeah, the sun is out. Well, that's the sun right before the storm. That's what it was. We ended up putting big old pieces of cardboard over the top of my wife's brand new car so that it wouldn't get beat up by hail. And fortunately, the hail didn't come, but the rain sure did. Hey, look here.
Don't forget to tell them not to litter. It ain't pretty.
Leroy, you got to give me time to say these things.
Tell them to be sweet.
Yes, I will tell them to be sweet too. Look, don't litter. It just ain't pretty, okay? It just ain't pretty. And be sweet. Are you happy now? All right, you fellas. I'll see you later. And Phillips, Tammy. Hey, Leroy. What's up, man? How you been doing?
I've been doing all right, Mr. Rick. How you doing?
Heard any good dad jokes?
Yeah, I've heard a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let me hear one of them.
All right, well, let's see. Why did the golfer wear 2 pair of pants? Because he might get a hole in one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know one.
All right.
What does a pig do that knows karate?
Well, I don't know.
Pork chops.
Pork chop. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I know. All right, well then you tell one.
All right. How come a lion don't eat clowns? Because they taste funny.
Yeah, that's a dad joke.
Yeah, that's
all
a
right.
dad.
That's a dad
They
joke.
taste funny. The clown bit.
All right. So, what did the cake say to the fork?
I don't know. What did the cake say to fork?
Hey, you want a piece of me?
You know, I think these
I
are
know they're
getting worse.
getting worse.
Yeah, I know they're getting
All
worse.
right. Well, tell me a long one then.
All right. Yeah, I got one. One time there was this taxi driver in New York, he said. And he picked up this feller, and the feller got in the back seat and all, and told him where told the driver there where he wanted him to go and all, and so taxi driver, he started, he goes along. Well, they'd been driving there about 15 minutes, you know, and that old taxi driver ain't said a word to the feller, you know, and so he just reached up there and tapped him on the shoulder, and all of a sudden that taxi driver run off the road, hit the curb. He run over a mailbox and hit a tree.
Hit a tree?
Right there before he killed somebody. And that fella in the back seat said, "Good Lord, what you doing?" And the taxi driver turned right and said, "Don't you ever do that again." He said, "Well, what's your problem?" He said, "Man, I used to be a hearse driver."
That's pretty funny, man. Whew. Yeah, I got one. All right, well, there was this man, and he heard a little commotion going on outside, out on his carport. He went out there, and
he had put some mouse traps out, you know, and he went out there and it wasn't a mouse in the trap, it was a frog.
Wow.
So he reached down and picks him up and takes the trap off his foot, and he's sitting there holding him, and the frog looks up at him and says, "Hey, thank you for getting me unset from that trap." He said, "If you kiss me, I'll turn you into a prince." Well, he looked at the frog a minute. He just stuck him in his pocket and walked off. You hear the frog go, so he sat down there at the table and pulled the frog out of his pocket and set him there on the table. And the frog says, "What, you're not gonna kiss me and be a prince?" The guy looked at him and said, "No, I'd rather have a talking frog."
That's funny there, Mr. Rick. That's good. That's a good one right there. I think it was funny anyway. Maybe nobody else will, but
It's
look here.
stupid. All right, look, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. I'll see you later. I thought that was funny.